Hello guys, welcome to another playlist. In this playlist, I'll be covering end to end everything about AWS Lambda. I'll be going through all the documentation and related to Python. I'll be covering each and every topic in AWS Lambda. I'll not miss even a single topic. Everything will be covered in this playlist. But as it's a playlist, we need to do some introduction about creating a Lambda, right? I know there are many videos in the YouTube as well, and it's a basic thing, but as it's a mandatory thing for playlist, in this video I'll just be explaining on how to create a Lambda function using AWS console. That's it. And in the next videos I'll go into the further topics by going through this AWS Lambda developer guide documentation. So now let's go ahead and create a Lambda. Let me go to Lambda first. I don't have any function, so I'll create one function. I have to click this create function, and I don't want to use anything. I just want to create on my own. So I'll just create like my Lambda 2, and I want to do it in Python because I'm a Python guy. There are two things, x86 and ARM64. I guess we have to use this thing, ARM60. This x86 64 is used in case if you have some legacy old libraries, then we go with x86. Otherwise, the ideal option is to go with ARM64. And I want to create a new role, which is fine, and I'll explain about all these in the coming videos. What is function URL, VPC, we all know what is code signing and all, but for now let's create directly. So this is how we simply create a Lambda function, and it will navigate us to that function page, and we'll not add any event as well. We know Lambda is majorly used for event based, right? So here left side we'll add S3 or some other event bridge or something, but for time being we'll not add anything. This is a simple my Lambda 2 function which it got created, and here they're just returning 200 code. That's it. Now I'll just copy this piece of code from the documentation and I'll just paste it. But I just as it's an initial tutorial, I just wanted to show you what exactly is this event and what exactly is this context. Like for suppose the Lambda is triggered from S3 when a file has arrived, so all that event related information we can find out in this event variable. And if you are passing any variables as such, if you see we are passing length and width, all that kind of variable information can be found out in this event. And context is like every information about this Lambda function. So where Lambda function is running, what is the ARN of this Lambda function, everything about this Lambda function can be found out in this context variable. So let's just print it out. So these are the two print statements I added. If you see here, they're just reading the length and width from this event, and they're just calculating the area, just nothing but the multiplication of length and width, just a simple thing. And then they're just returning this JSON data. Data is nothing but a dictionary or a JSON format thing which has the area variable key and value. That's it, nothing else. So once we create the function, we have to deploy it. That's mandatory. So let's click on deploy. So it gets deployed. Yes, it's successfully deployed. Now we can test it. So to create to test the Lambda, we have to click on this test, and we don't have anything by default created as first time. We have to just create one test event. This is my test event. Let's name it test1 event. That's it. It's private. I don't want to share this test with anyone. That's it. And if you see, what is the arguments I'm reading here? Length and width, right? So let me read this length and width. Let me pass this length and width here. And any argument which is passed from outside can be read using this event. Any reason or the way the Lambda is triggered, everything can be accessed through this event only. If the Lambda is triggered from S3, that S3 related information, the bucket path, everything can be accessed using this event. And every information about this Lambda function can be present in this context. Let's see this. So length I'll just give 5. This also I'll give 5. That's it. Now I'll just save this test event. That's it. So now I have event ready, I have deployed, so I can just test it. So now again, if I click on test, it is testing with this test1 event. If you see, area is 55. This is what we are returning here, right? The JSON and with the one argument area, 5 5 is 25. That's it, because we are passing here 5 5. That's it. If you see, along with this, there are some other logs which I am printing. So now let's go and look into those logs. What is the first log I am printing? Everything about event. Right now, we did not add any event here. The way the Lambda is triggered is by manually triggering. So we did not get any other information other than the arguments we passed. But if you see the context, if you see, we got all the information about this specific Lambda. What is the name of this Lambda? What is the ARN? What is the log group where this Lambda logs are stored in this CloudWatch? Every information, what is the memory this Lambda function has, all the information, ARN, everything about this Lambda function is there in this context variable. So I guess you guys understood what is the event and what is context. That is one of the basic interview question. That's it. Now if I go to the log groups, CloudWatch, if I refresh, I should see this log group based on my Lambda name, my Lambda 2. That's it. And if I click on whatever we saw in this Lambda function, the same we are seeing here as well. Everything about event, everything about context. That's it. So this is how we create a simple Lambda function and we trigger it. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. In the next videos onwards, I'll deep dive into each and every topic in AWS Lambda. Thank you so much for watching.